What's popping, guys? You got your boy Andre here. Welcome to another video. So for this video, I'm playing some Dragon. Now, this is gonna be, I guess, like a an unexpected like part 3 or whatever to the whole thing I've made, like the whole like last words and things like that. Well, I guess maybe part 2. I don't know. Because again, I do know that a lot of people kind of like to again mention that like there's a lot of them right now or whatever. You can maybe like say make like an all like anti last words deck. Now I'm not even really gonna go into the whole why that's a bad idea, because it is a bad idea though. Like to go ahead and just like try to make some like crazy just like anti last words deck, because like one, that only really hosts maybe say 3 decks that aren't even in the meta game. 2, versus every other deck, you're gonna have a bad deck, whatever. And this is gonna be a game that kind of like shows you that there's like opportunity cost to these things, and that as a result, you're not gonna want to play that many like, oh okay, well I want to be able to screw for last word followers. So we'll go ahead and hop into the game. I lost a lot of games while I was playing this rune deck that I made. That was pretty bad. Anyway. Now, right off the bat, a slight disclaimer here. Yes, my opponent is an AA3, so yes, there's a chance that he might, not be doing all of what he's supposed to do, or might just, be making a bad deck. However, I do want you guys to know that for the most part, the elo between AA3 and Masters, it's not that high at all. It's not. Like, I see a lot of people who just like, got themselves just, elo boosted or whatever into Masters that make the exact same deck building mistakes that this guy we're about to see here makes. So I'll keep the Aussie the Hawk in my hand, as well as the Pirate Singer, I believe. I only kept the Aussie the Hawk in hand just because like you do want to get discounts on it early, because the discounts do actually matter a little bit. I know some people don't think that they do, but like you only really get to see them when you're like playing a lot of Dragon games. I don't know. So I pick up an Ayala. I'm probably not gonna play this Ayala. Maybe I could. Like if I knew I was going to draw another one, I would play it. But if I don't, I'm not gonna play it because it's nice on 4. So he plays like Kaiser here. The Kaiser tells me, okay, well he's neutral forest. That's fine. Like I can granted, I'm not gonna have as easy of a time dealing with neutral forest. However, I did get to go second. That third evolve point means a lot right now. He plays Into the Looking Glass, so this kind of surprised me a little bit, but that's fine. It just means that now, no matter what, he's going to be able to have his B&B active on 6. Although, granted, I do think that like if you're playing Kaiser, because of the carrot, you really don't need to focus that much on being able to have your B&B active by 6, but that's just me. So I'll go ahead and I'll evolve the Ella here. I make the evolve with the Ella, and I'll go ahead and trade into the carrot. It goes back to his hand. That's fine. I'm doing this because I know I'm going to use removal spell here. Now the question is what removal spell will I use? So if I use the Salamander is actually technically more ideal because it does use up all of my play points, and I can combo next turn with, like, say, going Sybil plus Blazing Breath if he wants to, say, go Hector and evolve over this. But I'll go ahead and use the Blazing Breath. If he evolves over this, that's fine. I can just use something different for the turn. Instead, he plays Water Brambles. This surprised me a little bit. So the big thing about B&B Force is like on the turn 5, you need to do something crazy for that turn. Because if you don't do anything crazy for that turn, then you're just like kind of like, well, you're not granting yourself initiative and forcing your opponent out of evolve points. Like me having evolve points on Dragon is actually a very, very big deal. Because while I have these evolve points, granted he doesn't know it, but I'm not playing Sahako. But while I have these evolve points, him playing out the B&B is it's terrifying. Like it's not gonna be a good play. Ultimately, though, I'll go ahead and I'll evolve the Sybil. I don't want to make the evolve in the Sybil, but ultimately I decide to, because if I don't, and he plays, let's say like the Brambles or something like that, he can just go ahead and make a play where he tries to force me out of my evolve points or whatever, or puts you in a possibly even worse spot. Because if he went wide this turn or whatever, I'd want to use my Salamander. I use my Salamander. He plays the B&B. B&B is suddenly a 9/10. I don't have anything that can kill it unless I top decks or Nitra. So Here he plays with Elf Twins Assault. This is good for me. It's an Elf Twins for 6, but that doesn't matter to me in this play, so I don't care. Like, it's annoying, but I don't care. So because I played the Singer like that earlier, I'm having difficulty drawing cards, but that's fine. I'll choose to make this turn the turn where I draw a bunch of cards. Like, you want to be able to try to, like, navigate and try to find spots like this when you're playing Dragon. Yep. So I played in this order. This way I get the best amount of draws possible. I do find a Zern, so now if he plays B&B, I can always kill it. But here he plays Cassiopeia. I'm like, okay, that's fine. I will unfortunately overdraw here, but that's fine. I pick up a Frenzied Drake. Frenzied Drake is great here, because now I can do is I can always just kind of play up the Frenzied Drake here. And now he finally does have to give me an evolve point, and that's good for me. Yep, so just kind of slam Frenzied here. That's a Frenzied for 8, boys, but for all of you guys who are like, oh, Frenzied Drake isn't good because you're not going to be able to play a lot of Dragon cards or whatever. Nope, that was a Frenzied for 8. But here we see myself get Crystalia Lily, and I'm like, okay, please don't have that Airbound. But he plays Fairy Torn. I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, okay, alright. Then plays out a Fairy, and that's fine. It doesn't matter to me. So we already know right off the bat that he has one Polymorph. He's like, I'm probably never playing this Ozzy Hawk unless his Ozzy Hawk is killing him. And so what instead we'll do here is actually go ahead and play Zern. I'll play Zern. Then I'll go ahead and play Summoner next. I play it in this order because the 1 HP on the Summoner will matter. I'll then go ahead and evolve the Zern. He's not at template points yet, so he can't play Bahamut if he does have it. And this puts out, again, a lot of pressure. Lots and lots of pressure. I do use up my last evolve point to do this, but it's fine. Like, I have a pretty thick hand. I don't have to worry about anything. But here he plays Fall from Grace. And then a second Fall from Grace. So, for those of you keeping track at home, that's currently 3. That's 3 Polymorphs used. And, oh, look, would you look at that. With the exception of the Fairy Torrent one, all of these have been pretty bad. Hell, even the Fairy Torrent one was pretty bad because it was like negative tempo. But yeah. So it makes the evolve here, and that's fine. Like, so now what I'll do is I literally know he has the Crystalia Lily in hand, but because my hand is kind of full, I do actually need to like empty out my hand a little bit. Now I could have just played the Ozzy Haka here, but I usually don't like playing out my Storm units or whatever unless I just have that many Storm units in hand, just because like it doesn't really give the correct like messages or whatever, like because if I use the Storm unit and then it dies, and then I don't have, any like good Storm follow-up, then like, what did I do with my turn? I didn't do anything. So what I'll do here is I'll go ahead and play out the Worm God of the Skies. I play out the Worm God because it forces him to give me the Crystalia Lily. He gives me the Crystalia Lily, I can start playing real cards again, and that's fine. Like, I don't mind playing out the Worm God here. Like, I don't need this Worm God to win. Like, I have 9 cards in hand. I have a Scyther. If you have Bahamut, like, you can't win from this spot. So yeah, he Crystalia Lilies me, so that's 4. Yeah, then he bounces the back, so he has 5. Yeah, so that's currently now him having 5 different polymorph effects. Yeah, 5 different polymorph effects. So yeah, so here I'll go and play out the Zern. I'll play out the Zern here. I'll actually go ahead and make trades. Yeah, I'll actually go ahead and play the Salamander like this and push 3 more damage. Like, it doesn't matter if I beat you down with 1/1s. I don't give a shit. Like, I don't have to beat you down with big things if I don't want to. Like, I have the board, and I'll probably always have the board. So here, yep, he uses the 5th polymorph effect. I'm like, okay, it evolves. But yeah, but that's his last evolve, and look at this. Like, it doesn't do anything. It's not actually that good. Yeah, he plays another Fairy Torrent to then heal for 1. I don't care. Yeah, that's perfectly fine by me. Like, I don't need to beat you down with like big things or win this game. Like, I can literally just like sit and do nothing and still be fine. So I go ahead and play Fervor here. I go and play Fervor just this way, I want to try to like find myself more insurance and just draw cards when I can. I'll go ahead and play the Isla. I'll go ahead and trade here and just go face. I go face like this because this sets up lethal as long as any units go through. But here he plays Elfkin. Like, okay, alright, sure, that's fine, I don't care. To then get the carrot, and replay the carrot, then play a fairy. But look at this, like, he's out of cards in hand, and look at the cards that I have in hand. Like, I've always had like a billion cards in hand since like, I don't know, like turn 9. And that hasn't changed, and that probably will never change. I'll just go ahead and go face here, play up my Oracle, play up the Sybil. Yeah. I'll make the bumps here. Now, granted, I do lose some damage for doing this, and I should have just gone face, honestly. But I was just like, okay, well, let me go ahead and just play a slight mini game and see how long I can keep this carrot off the board. So here you draw some cards. Yep, plays a 7th polymorph effect, by the way, 7th polymorph effect. But it doesn't matter. Like, yeah, like he plays the insect bird or whatever. But now I know that he has a carrot in his hand, and the carrot's pretty garbage, honestly. So I'll go ahead and I'll just go face. Then I'll play Frenzied Drake. I'm only playing the Frenzied Drake now because it applies a lot of pressure. He plays a 3rd Fall from Grace, so that's I believe 8 now? 8 polymorph effects. But it's not good enough because now I just get to slam the Ozzy the Hawkeye, go face. My boy is on a timer here, he needs to have Bahamut, but even if he has Bahamut, I have the 7-mana Ozzy the Hawkeye plus a Scyther in the back. So, you can't really win from here. So, when he bumps here, I'm like, okay, does he have Aaron? But no, he plays Cassio. That's the saddest Cassio I've ever seen, by the way. He then plays an Elf Twins Assault for 1. Saddest Elf Twins I've ever seen as well. And, the game's over. It's turn 15. I didn't need to win immediately. Just because, my opponent wasn't really playing a deck. He was basically just playing a deck that, for some reason, I don't know, maybe he just, hates Shadow for some reason, or maybe he just, hates Tilting. I don't know. I don't care. But the big thing about this game is that, again, my opponent played as much possible last word and things like that hate as one could possibly play, and still lost. Granted, you could say that, oh, well, I'm not using a heavy last words deck, but when he used but when he used the Lily on my Worm God, that Worm God would have killed him if he just killed it naturally. And so that's that's a big deal. But yeah, but I digress. The overreaching point I'm trying to make for this video is that yes, last word and just tech card hate or whatever, this exists. It's perfectly fine that this exists because at the end of the day, they can't really afford to put as much of this tech as you can afford to put as much of your engine in. So you always still have the odds of, okay, well, they can't possibly 1-for-1 each and every one of my possible win conditions as long as I'm playing 30 win condition, because at max, unless they're a madman, they're only going to be playing 2 of their techs. If they're playing 3 of their techs, then that's probably going to be a bad beat if you somehow manage to play into all of that or whatever. But that's fine. Bad beats happen. You're not expected to win every game, and that's one of those big things. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed the video, go ahead and leave a like. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Let me know what you think about last word hate down in the comments below. Is there a card that you're particularly excited to see that does this? If so, let me know what kind of card it is. Thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you guys next time.